What's up guys, this is your favorite fanfic YouTuber, the Fanfic Majesty, and welcome to another amazing video. You can follow me on Patreon for exclusive stories. 1CU Chapter 1. My understanding is incredible, I have just become gods of destruction, join the group chat. Dragon Ball, the future time and space of the 7th universe, the gods of destruction star. Two figures were engaged in a fierce battle. One of the figures exudes a terrifying aura, and every move contains extremely terrifying power. The other figure was tall and slender, holding a staff, and leisurely blocked all the terrifying attacks. Okay Subai, that's it. After blocking Subai's attack again, Whis stopped fighting. With your current strength, you can become the new gods of destruction. Whis' expression was filled with excitement. The emergence of the new gods of destruction means that he no longer needs to continue sleeping. After hearing Whis' words, Subai slowly exhaled and calmed down his momentum. It has been several years since he traveled to the Dragon Ball world, and he finally reached the strength of the gods of destruction and became the new gods of destruction. When he first traveled to the Dragon Ball world, he was taken to the gods of destruction planet by Whis. From Whis, Subai learned many things. For example, the Dragon Ball world he traveled through was not the main world, but the future world. That's right, it's that very miserable future world that was destroyed by evil androids, troubled by Zamasu and Black Goku, and finally wiped out directly by Zeno. Perhaps the plot has changed a little because of time travel. When he traveled through time, Supreme Kai was already dead, which also led to the death of gods of destruction Beerus. In the original novel, it was Black Goku who killed Supreme Kai. But at this point in time, Black Goku has not yet appeared, and Supreme Kai's death has nothing to do with Zamasu. Beerus's death caused Whis to fall into a deep sleep. However, the appearance of Subai awakened Whis. According to Whis, after the death of gods of destruction, Angel will fall into a deep sleep until the next person with the qualifications of gods of destruction appears. As long as this person can be trained to become the new gods of destruction, Angel will no longer need to continue sleeping. But if that doesn't work, then you have to continue sleeping and wait for the next person with the talent of gods of destruction to appear. However, how can it be so easy for people with such qualifications to appear? So after discovering Subai, Whis immediately brought him back to the gods of destruction and started rigorous training on him. In the process of practicing, Subai discovered the golden finger of time travel. He has an incredible understanding. I can learn anything very quickly, and I can also comprehend stronger things based on the basics. For example, in the process of practicing with Whis, he saw that Whis was perfect and easy to practice. He immediately learned that perfection is easy and easy to achieve, and like Whis, he integrated Ultra Instinct into his normal routine and turned perfect Ultra Instinct into a daily routine. You know, this is something only Angel can do, but with his incredible understanding, Subai also managed to do it. Subai still remembers when he successfully understood the perfect Ultra Instinct and integrated Ultra Instinct into normalcy. Whis' face was extremely shocked. It can make a well-informed angel look like this. It can be seen that Subai did something very impactful. Then, with his incredible understanding and perfect Ultra Instinct, Subai finally succeeded in reaching the level of gods of destruction after practicing for several years. Therefore, he is qualified to become the new gods of destruction of the 7th universe. After being approved by Whis, Subai changed into gods of destruction clothes and wore a ring symbolizing gods of destruction, proving that he was now a real gods of destruction. Although I don't know how his current strength compares with other gods of destruction. But he's supposed to be the weakest gods of destruction right now. After all, he has only reached the gods of destruction level of combat power, but at this level of combat power, he should still be the weakest. Even the gods of destruction Champa from the 6th universe should be stronger than him. But Subai is not depressed. It only took him a few years to transform from an ordinary person to the new gods of destruction. If you give him a little more time, becoming the strongest gods of destruction will not be a problem at all. Even with the help of his heaven-defying understanding, he can surpass the level of gods of destruction and reach the level of angel, or even the priest. Now that we have the new gods of destruction, we have to look for the new Supreme Kai. Whis said to Subai, gods of destruction and Supreme Kai are matching. Both are indispensable. Now that the new gods of destruction have appeared, the next step is to find the new Supreme Kai. Of course, the conditions for becoming Supreme Kai are much looser than becoming gods of destruction, and the two are not on the same level. Because Supreme Kai does not require any great strength. But this is just traditional Supreme Kai. Subai clearly knows how much a weak Supreme Kai is a limitation to gods of destruction. The gods of destruction are powerful and the strongest in the universe. But his biggest weakness is Supreme Kai. If Supreme Kai dies, then gods of destruction will die too. But unfortunately, although Supreme Kai has many magical abilities, he is only very weak. Otherwise, Zamasu wouldn't have killed him indiscriminately. Even Majin Buu can take out Supreme Kai. Therefore, after becoming the gods of destruction, Subai decided to find a powerful Supreme Kai. At least, you have to be able to protect yourself. If even a weakling can be easily killed, then what is this Supreme Kai doing? It's just causing trouble for yourself. At present, there is only one person who meets the requirements in future time and space. Whis, let's go to Earth. My Supreme Kai candidate is on Earth. Su Bai's goal is very clear, to become the Supreme Kai candidate, that is, the only warrior on the Earth now. Trunks. Su Bai had asked Whis to explore the situation on Earth before. The thing about artificial humans has already happened, so Son Goku, Vegeta, and Son Gohan in future time and space are all dead. Only Trunks is still alive. Of course, even if Son Goku and the others are not dead, Su Bai will not let them become Supreme Kai. First, they have little interest in becoming Supreme Kai. Secondly, they are a bit too promiscuous, and Su Bai is worried that if they really become Supreme Kai, they will waste themselves to death. There is only one Saiyan who does not waste time, and that is Trunks from the future time and space. He is the most qualified candidate to become Supreme Kai. As long as Trunks' strength is developed, he will become the strongest Supreme Kai. Then I will be able to feel more at ease. After hearing Su Bai's words, Whis also understood what he was thinking. Whis had no problem with making Trunks the Supreme Kai. And his idea is the same as Su Bai, since the last gods of destruction Beerus was killed by Supreme Kai. Whis decided that the future Supreme Kai must also have strong strength. He didn't want gods of destruction to be implicated by Supreme Kai again. And just when Su Bai and Whis were heading to Earth. Ding! The chat group of all worlds invites you to join. Would you like to join? Chapter 2 Become the group leader? This one called Tong Mo is a bit arrogant. Chat group. This thing actually exists. Su Bai was a little surprised when he heard the voice in his mind. He has read many chat group novels, so he naturally knows what a chat group is. This chat group is a kind of golden finger, however, he obviously already has the golden finger of incredible understanding, and now there is actually a chat group inviting him to join. This is really interesting. Join in. Su Bai is still very interested in the legendary chat group. Although he now has incredible understanding, his strength is improving very quickly. But if there is a chat group, his strength will definitely increase faster. And it takes a while to get to Earth, so it's just enough time to pass the time. Ding! Gods of Destruction Su Bai joins the chat group. Ding! Join the chat group. The addition of new group members also attracted the attention of the old members of the group. Garp. Are new group members joining? New members are welcome to join the group. Guo Jing. Great. There are new group members joining the group, and our group will become more lively. Oga Tatsumi. Have 2 more strong men join the group. I don't know how strong they are. I really want to fight them. Xiao Longnu. I don't know what the 2 new group members are like this time, but since they can join the chat group, they must be good people. Diya. Welcome new members to join the group. Butterfly Ninja. What, Tong Mo? Why did this guy join the chat group? Other old group members were very excited to see the new group members. They didn't know the new group members, so it was obvious that the new group members this time came from a different world than them. But only Butterfly Ninja couldn't suppress the shock and anger in his heart after seeing one of the new group members. If it was just Tong Mo, she might be surprised, but she wouldn't have such a big reaction. After all, the members of the chat group come from all over the world, and it is normal for people to have the same name. But when Tong Mo adds the words, Shang Xian Ji it's different. The Butterfly Ninja is certain that this Shang Xian or Tong Mo comes from the same world as her. And he's even hostile to her, even her enemy, because the second child of Shang Xian was the murderer of her sister. Seeing the old members in the group, Su Bai recognized them immediately. Good guy, the members in this group are really a bit of a mixed bag. Some are from the animation world, and some are from the martial arts world. But it seems that, except for Butterfly Ninja and Tong Mo, everyone else comes from different worlds. Moreover, aren't Butterfly Ninja and Tong Mo mortal enemies? The 2 of them are in the same chat group, is it really okay? Tong Mo. Huh. What kind of chat group is this? There are really a lot of people in it. Tong Mo. Oh, Butterfly Ninja? I know someone with a similar name to you. She died in my hands a few years ago. Butterfly Ninja. The person you killed was my sister. Tong Mo. So you were Butterfly Kanae's sister. It's interesting. I didn't expect you to be in this chat group. Tong Mo. However, since I have joined this chat group, everyone in this chat group will become the subordinates of the Ghost King. Although Tong Mo doesn't know what the chat group is about. But in his opinion, those who can join the chat group are not simple people. Even that Butterfly Ninja is the younger sister of Butterfly Kanae. But Butterfly Kanae left a deep impression on him. So, if you can turn all the people in this chat group into ghosts, the Ghost King will definitely be very happy, and with the help of these people, it will be easy to eliminate the Demon Slayer squad. Butterfly Ninja. Damn it. Why did this guy Tong Mo join the chat group? As an old group member, Butterfly Ninja is well aware of the magic of chat groups. She originally wanted to rely on the chat group to increase her strength and eliminate all ghosts. But now, Tong Mo, the second person on the string, has actually joined the chat group. This is not a good thing for her. Because in this way, Tong Mo can also rely on the chat group to become stronger, causing huge trouble to the Demon Slayer team. She didn't believe that Tong Mo would let the Demon Slayer squad go for the sake of being a group member. Garp. This guy named Tong Mo is a bit arrogant. How can he become the subordinate of the Ghost King? This Ghost King is not the leader of the group. Oga Tatsumi. Oni King? Could it be that he is similar to the Demon King? But anyway, he didn't even join the chat group, and he still wants to turn us into his subordinates? Are you sure this isn't a dream? Guo Jing. It seems that this Tong Mo is not a good person. Why would the chat group allow such a guy to join the group? Diya. Could this Tong Mo be the same person as Carrot? If so, that would be bad. Others were very dissatisfied with Tong Mo. It's so arrogant. Do you want them to become the subordinates of some Ghost King? You know, what kind of Ghost King is he? He's not even a member of the group, but he still wants to accept them as his subordinates? If that Ghost King is the leader of the chat group, that's all. But now, the position of the chat group leader is always vacant. At least everyone has the same status in the group. But now there is such an arrogant group member. If it weren't for the fact that they couldn't go to the world where Tong Mo was, they would really want to teach this guy a lesson. Ding! It has been detected that group member Subai's strength meets the qualifications to become the group leader. Group member Subai becomes the chat group leader. Oh, you didn't expect me to become the group leader? Subai was a little surprised that he became the group leader, but he soon felt relieved. According to the chat group, you need to be strong enough to become a group leader. With his strength, it is not difficult to meet the qualifications to become the group leader. But other group members don't think so. Garp. What, this new group member, Subai, has actually become the group leader? Does our chat group finally have a group leader? Oga Tatsumi. How strong is Subai if he can become the leader of the group? Subai joined the chat group to let other group members know something. It turns out that the reason why there were no group leaders before was entirely because they were not qualified to become group leaders. But now, Subai, a new member of the group, has become the group leader. Then how strong must he be? Anyway, he is definitely better than them and is the strongest being in the group. Tong Mo. What? Group leader? Why is this guy named Subai the group leader? Tong Mo. In terms of strength, I don't believe that I can't become the leader of the group. Others were surprised and lamented that Subai became the group leader. I sighed that this group leader must be very strong. But Tong Mo was not happy. He is very confident in his own strength. In his opinion, he should be the group leader. Chapter 3. I'll give you a red envelope. Receive the red envelope and your child will be wiped out. Although Tong Mo doesn't understand the chat group yet, since he is the group leader, it means that he must be the person with the highest status in the chat group. If he can become the group leader, he can better transform other people in the group into ghosts. And maybe, it can also turn the world where other people in the group live into ghosts. But why? Why is he not the group leader? Although Tong Mo doesn't know how strong Subai is. But he is very confident in his own strength. He is the second one on the string. Only the powerful existence of Lord Ghost King and Shangxian Yi. With his strength, shouldn't it be more than enough to become a group leader? But why did Subai become the group leader? He is not convinced. Come out and have a fight. See who is stronger. Garp. At Yan Mao, come on, you still want to be the leader of the group with your little strength? I can't even become the leader of the group. Garp found Tong Mo's confidence very funny and uncomfortable. The old group members have a general understanding of each other's strengths and the world they live in. After all, they have already joined the chat group, and it is normal for them to reveal things about themselves and the world they live in while chatting. Therefore, everyone in the group knows that the world Butterfly Ninja lives in is a world where ghosts are rampant. The strength of these ghosts is indeed very strong, but for Garp, they are not scary at all. Even any devil fruit user in his world can kill these ghosts indiscriminately. The Butterfly Ninja had just told them some things about Tong Mo. So others also know that Tong Mo is a member of the ghosts, and his strength is among the top 3 among the ghosts. But so what? Maybe a threat to others, but there is no threat to Garp at all. So when he saw Tong Mo yelling, Garp was very unhappy. Even he is not qualified to be the group leader. What is this Tong Mo called? As expected, he has lost his brain after becoming a ghost. If Subai can become the group leader, it means that he is the strongest being in the group. But where does this Tong Mo get his confidence from? He actually thinks that he is qualified to become the group leader. It's okay for him to be domineering in his own world. But in front of the strong men from other worlds, does he have the right to scream? Tong Mo. If you become the leader of the group, it's because of your lack of strength. I am definitely strong enough to become the leader of the group. Tong Mo. At Subai, I advise you to give up your position as the group leader, otherwise, when I find a way to go to your world, don't blame me for being rude. Subai almost laughed when she saw Tong Mo's words. Tong Mo comes to Dragon Ball World. Not to mention those powerful men who destroyed the world, even ordinary people could defeat Tong Mo with the help of various black technologies. Garp was right, this childish boy lost his brain after turning into a ghost. It's good to have confidence in your own abilities. But being too confident is being conceited. This Tong Mo is so arrogant. As the leader of the group, of course he must take good care of him. Su Bai grabbed it casually, and a wisp of invisible energy lingered on his fingertips. Subsequently, the group leader Su Bai sent a red envelope, exclusive to Tungmo. Su Bai. At Yan Mao, I'll give you a red envelope to calm your nerves. Others were very puzzled when they saw Su Bai actually giving red envelopes to Tongmo. This kid is so excited, and the group leader actually gives him a red envelope? Are their group leaders so good-tempered? Tongmo, you know the truth. After studying the chat group, Tongmo also understood what a red envelope was. In his opinion, Su Bai must have given up, so he sent him a red envelope and asked for his forgiveness. Tongmo received the red envelope and opened it very curiously. He wanted to see what Su Bai would give him. Things from other worlds are definitely not that bad. However, the moment Tongmo opened the red envelope, a ray of invisible energy appeared and swept through Tongmo's body. The next moment, Tongmo disappeared and was completely wiped out. He didn't even leave any last words. Ding! The death of group member Tongmo has been detected. Remove him from the chat group now. The moment Tongmo died, he was no longer a member of the chat group and was removed from the chat group. Looking at the group messages, other group members were also very shocked and didn't know what happened. Why did Tongmo die just after receiving a red envelope? What exactly was put in the red envelope sent to him by the group leader? Su Bai. At Butterfly Nin, I have avenged your sister's revenge for you, but if you want to avenge yourself, there is no other way. Butterfly Ninja. Thank you, group leader, for helping me take revenge. Although I don't know how Tongmo died, as long as he is dead. Butterfly Ninja was very excited, her sister's revenge was finally avenged. As for her wanting to take revenge personally, that's definitely what she wanted. But she also knew that with her strength, it was almost impossible to take revenge personally. Although she joined the chat group, she can become stronger through the chat group. But that guy Tongmo also joined the chat group, and it is very likely that the other party will become stronger faster than her. Then it would be even more impossible for her to take revenge personally. Therefore, the group leader helped her get revenge, and she couldn't be grateful enough. But the Butterfly Ninja is also very curious. What did the group leader do? Butterfly Ninja. At group leader Su Bai, group leader, I wonder what you put in the red envelope you gave Tongmo? Why did he die after receiving the red envelope? Others were also very curious, waiting for Su Bai's answer. Su Bai. It's nothing, it just releases a ray of energy from the universe. Su Bai. A mere brat who is even afraid of ultraviolet rays in the sun, how can he possibly block the energy from the universe? That's right, what Su Bai put in the red envelope was the ray of universe energy he just grabbed. After becoming the gods of destruction, Su Bai also gained many more abilities. If Son Goku and the others were to come, although they were very powerful, they would not be able to capture the energy of the universe like this. They can't even survive in the universe, but for gods of destruction, it's a piece of cake. Ghosts like Tongmo cannot survive in the sun, not even the Ghost King can do it. What they are afraid of is actually not the sun, but the ultraviolet rays in the sun, which is the biggest nemesis of ghosts. But the ultraviolet rays in sunlight pale into insignificance compared to the energy in the universe. Tungmo can't even resist the ultraviolet rays in the sun. How could it be possible to block the energy in the universe? As for why Su Bai doesn't use his own energy, that's because Su Bai's energy is too strong. That's gods of destruction level energy, just kidding. To deal with a mere child, it would be like using an electromagnetic gun to kill mosquitoes. There is no need for this at all. Chapter 4. Observe the breathing technique, the god-level breathing technique. You can become stronger just by breathing. Su Bai's words also made everyone else in the group stunned. Even people like Butterfly Ninja, Guo Jing, Xiao Longnu and others who don't know what universes are the same. After chatting with other group members for so long, even those who lived in modern and ancient times, they also learned a lot of things. They all know what universe is. So, after seeing Su Bai actually put a ray of universe energy in the red envelope, all other group members were shocked. Garp. The energy of the universe? The group leader can actually use the energy of the universe? Oga Tatsumi. No wonder he can become the leader of the group. He can even use the energy of the universe. This strength is completely beyond our imagination. Guo Jing. Why'd I suddenly feel that the level of the group leader is very different from ours? Diya. Being able to use the energy of the universe so easily, even the top executives of Galaxy I can't do it. Diya. The strength of the group leader is stronger than Galaxy I's. Although in her world, navigating the universe is not difficult, it is already the interstellar age. However, it is so easy to use universe energy, and you can even grab universe abilities and put them in red envelopes. Even the top executives of Galaxy I can't achieve this kind of strength. If the group leader could come to her world to help, would it be possible to eliminate the Galaxy I and bring peace to the galaxy? Butterfly Ninja. At group leader Su Bai, group leader, thank you for helping me avenge you. I have nothing to repay. This is a little bit of my heart, please accept it. Group member Butterfly Nin send a red envelope, exclusive to group leader Su Bai. Butterfly Ninja. Although I know you don't like my red envelope, it is the best thing I have. The butterfly ninja knew that the group owner would definitely look down on his things. But the group leader helped her get revenge, and she would definitely repay the group leader. It's not his business if the group leader doesn't like it, but it's her business whether to give something away or not. Subai. At Butterfly Nin, thank you very much. As the butterfly ninja said, he doesn't like her things. However, this is his wish after all, and Subai will naturally not refuse. The group leader Subai received the red envelope and received the insect breathing technique. What butterfly ninja gave Subai was the breathing method she practiced. Although the insect breathing technique is not the strongest and best breathing technique, it is the butterfly ninja's breathing technique, and it is the best thing she can come up with. Subai does not use this breathing method, but it can be used to redeem points. There is a mall in the chat group, where you can buy a lot of things, but you need points. Although Subai doesn't like the current things in the mall, the current mall level is not high. When the level gets higher in the future, maybe something he can use will appear. And as a group leader, one of the permissions is to discount everything in the mall. Therefore, Subai's points can be said to be more valuable than those of other group members. However, just when Subai was about to exchange the breathing method for points, you have observed the insect breathing method, gained a deep understanding of the breathing method, and begun to understand the essence of the breathing method. Close black lens bracket. You have succeeded in enlightenment and have understood the God-level breathing method, and your breathing will become stronger. Close black lens bracket. When Subai saw the insect breathing method, his incredible understanding came into play. The breathing method of Demon Slayer world is different from the breathing method of some other worlds. It's not a skill, it's more like an auxiliary skill. But under Subai's incredible understanding, he created a God-level breathing method. And this God-level breathing method is not an auxiliary skill, but a cultivation method. You can become stronger just by breathing. With the God-level breathing method, this sentence is more than just words. The most important aspect of cultivation in the Dragon Ball world is cultivating one's own physical body. As your physical body becomes stronger, your chi will become stronger and your strength will become more powerful. As for the God-level breathing method, every breath you take can strengthen your body. In other words, even if Subai stops practicing and does nothing, just breathing can make him stronger. With the God-level breathing method, becoming stronger is a piece of cake. Subai could feel that as he breathed, his strength began to slowly increase. Although the improvement is not large, you must know that his current strength is at the level of gods of destruction. Such a small improvement would be a huge improvement when compared to others. And I only took a few breaths. As long as he continues to breathe, his strength will improve every day, even by a lot. I didn't expect that my incredible understanding would also be effective on other group members' things. Originally, Subai didn't like the moves and skills of other people in the group. Because it's too weak, but now, he doesn't think so anymore. With the help of his incredible understanding, even those weak moves and skills can be turned into very powerful moves and skills by him. The butterfly ninja's breathing technique can be turned into a god-level breathing technique by him. So, can Garp's domineering power turn into some kind of god-level domineering power, and also have an effect on improving his strength? There are also Guo Jing's 18 dragon subduing palms. Can he understand and create some super Shenron 18 palms? After hitting it with a palm, the Shenron that appeared was a super Shenron level? If it were possible, the speed at which his strength would increase would be extremely exaggerated. Of course, although he is the group leader, he cannot force group members to give out red envelopes. But if like Butterfly Ninja, if a group member needs his help, and he helps, then it would be reasonable to ask for some compensation. And these group members in the group should be able to carry it clearly. Even if he didn't ask for it, they would probably give him the reward. As for why other group members don't need his help, this should be impossible. He has read so many novels about chat groups, and he knows a lot about chat groups. Generally speaking, other group members in the chat group will encounter some difficulties, and then the chat group will issue tasks for powerful group members to help. Of course, if those dog authors lied to him, that would be another matter. But probably not, right? After joining the chat group and experiencing such things, the Earth finally arrived. At this time, the Earth was prosperous. It had been a long time since the destruction of the artificial man, and the city had long been restored. And there will still be some time before the next destruction of Black Goku and Zamasu. So the current Earth is no different from the Earth in main time and space. Apart from the warriors who protect the Earth, there is only one Trunks. Because he is the only warrior left, Trunks practices seriously every day to improve his strength. He was practicing hard when Subai and Whis arrived. The arrival of Subai and Whis did not attract Trunks' attention. Because one of them is a god and the other is an angel, Trunks cannot sense their breath. It wasn't until Trunks finished practicing that he noticed the two people beside him. Chapter 5 The Least Slutty Saiyan, Trunks becomes Supreme Kai. Seeing Subai and Whis, Trunks was immediately startled. He was alert and even ready to fight. Being able to appear next to him without being noticed by him, these two people are definitely very powerful. And its origin is unknown. Maybe it is another enemy after the artificial people and Majin Buu. Don't be nervous, I'm not your enemy. Seeing Trunks' vigilance, Subai smiled slightly and said. As expected of Saiyan, he was very satisfied with Trunks' reaction. Always be vigilant so you don't die easily. If it were Son Goku or Vegeta, one would ask them who they were stupidly, and the other would ask them who they were arrogantly. If he was really an enemy, he would have taken action long ago while they were not paying attention. Although it was no use even if Trunks was alert, but at least the move was a good one. Of course, despite what Subai said, Trunks did not let down his guard. Who knows if what Subai said is true? He is the only warrior on Earth now. Any one of him who lets down his guard may bring huge disaster to the Earth. Let me introduce myself. My name is Subai. I am the new gods of destruction of the 7th universe. This is Whis, my master and my follower. The reason why we came to Earth this time is to ask you, are you willing to become the new Supreme Kai? Subai said straight to the point, becoming the new Supreme Kai? Subai's words stunned Trunks for a moment. He still knows what Supreme Kai is. Because when Magician Babidi appeared on Earth before, it was with the help of Supreme Kai that he was able to defeat the opponent and prevent the opponent from successfully releasing Majin Buu. But isn't there already a Supreme Kai? Why would he be allowed to become Supreme Kai? Is such that? Seeing Trunks' confusion, Subai explained. The original Supreme Kai has fallen due to some reasons. So now Supreme Kai's position is vacant. After hearing Subai's words, Trunks understood and was very emotional. He didn't expect that even an existence like Supreme Kai would fall. But why did you come to me? Trunks is very curious. The universe is so big, there should be many people who are more suitable to become Supreme Kai than him. Why did you find him? It's okay, because I admire you. Subai really admires the future Big Trunks, because I have experienced despair, I never waste time. This kind of character alone is enough for people to appreciate. You must know that Shonen magazines once held a popularity poll to rank the most popular characters based on the number of votes. Among them, Son Gohan from the Cell period ranked first. Son Goku came in second. In third place is Trunks. You must know that Trunks won third place just because of his role in the Cell chapter, beating out the protagonists of other popular works. This shows how popular Trunks is. Trunks is the real lone warrior. Because he is the only warrior left. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. I am willing to become Supreme Kai. Without much thought, Trunks agreed. There is no downside to him becoming Supreme Kai. Moreover, it also allows him to better protect the Earth. So he had no reason to refuse. Very good. Subai is also very satisfied with Trunks' awareness of current affairs. Of course, he didn't think Trunks would refuse either. There is nothing difficult about becoming Supreme Kai. After the previous Supreme Kai retires, the alternate Supreme Kai can become Supreme Kai. If the previous Supreme Kai dies, the new Supreme Kai can be chosen by gods of destruction and angel themselves. So, after Trunks agreed to become Supreme Kai, Whis held the staff in his hand and a light enveloped Trunks. Trunks, shrouded in light, felt warm all over, and his strength was also increasing at a rapid rate. When the light dissipated, Trunks' appearance remained unchanged. But Subai knew that he had become a god, because what Trunks is exuding now is the aura of God. I feel like I am many times stronger than before. Trunks felt the power and was very excited. The stronger he is, the better he can protect the Earth. Could it be that becoming Supreme Kai would have such powerful power? But that's not right. He didn't think the previous Supreme Kai was that strong. Because your current power is no longer the energy of the previous humans. But it became the power of God. That's why you are much stronger than before. Seeing Trunks' excitement and confusion, Subai said with a smile. Although the Supreme Kai are generally weak, at least they are gods. Their power is the power of God. After Trunks became Supreme Kai, his power became the power of a god. In other words, Trunks' current normal state is equivalent to Super Saiyan God. This is also why he feels that his strength has increased countless times. Super Saiyan God, this is a transformation that is superior to the ordinary Super Saiyan transformation. But for Trunks, this is just the norm. In fact, Super Saiyan God is originally a Saiyan with the power of God. It's just that Son Goku and Vegeta are not gods, so they need to transform to become Super Saiyan God. But Trunks is a god now, so his normal state is Super Saiyan God. And he won't turn into red hair like Son Goku and Vegeta. Trunks' appearance remains unchanged. Try transforming into Super Saiyan. Following Son Goku's words, Trunks transformed into Super Saiyan. After becoming Super Saiyan, Trunks no longer has blonde hair and arrogance. But blue. After becoming a god, Trunks became Super Blue after transforming into Super Saiyan. For Son Goku and Vegeta, Super Blue is a transformation above the regular Super Saiyan. But for Trunks, who became a god, he just turned into a Super Saiyan. Is this the Super Saiyan he transformed into after becoming a god? Although Trunks couldn't see his appearance, he could see the blue aura surrounding him. So he knew very well that the Super Saiyan he transformed into had also changed a lot. However, after transforming into Super Saiyan, his strength still improved significantly. Now that you have become Supreme Kai, don't stay on Earth forever. Go to my place to practice so that you can better protect the Earth. For Subai, Trunks becoming Supreme Kai is just the beginning. His training of Trunks was just about to begin. Chapter 6 Subai's conjecture allows Trunks to master the Super 4 transformation. Although Trunks' strength has improved many times after becoming Supreme Kai compared to before. But this is not enough. In order to prevent any powerful enemies from appearing in the future, I killed Trunks and died myself. Trunks needs to become stronger, and there is no end to getting stronger. From now on, Trunks cannot relax at all. Moreover, Subai has thought about it before. As a god of destruction, he usually does not need to do it himself. So we need Trunks, the Supreme Kai, to take action. Although for Supreme Kai in other universes, they are not responsible for doing it. But other universes are other universes. Since he is now the gods of destruction of the 7th universe, he has the final say in the rules of the 7th universe. Xeno and Grand Priest also have no rules and cannot let Supreme Kai fight. Therefore, Trunks will be equivalent to representing him from now on. If he is too weak, he will lose face. Therefore, Trunks needs to become stronger, at least with gods of destruction level combat power. Good. Trunks didn't refuse, he also wanted to become stronger. Although he has to leave the Earth, if something happens to the Earth, he can come back quickly. By the way, you can try transforming into Super 2 now. Subai looked at Trunks and suddenly thought of a possibility. Trunks nodded and turned into Super 2. Trunks' hair stood up even more, and blue lightning flashed around him. From the appearance, except for the different color, everything else is exactly the same as Trunks before he became a god and became Super 2. Of course, the strength can be said to have undergone earth-shaking changes. It's true. Seeing Trunks transforming into Super Blue 2, Subai nodded and verified his suspicion. When he was watching anime before, he had thought about a question, that is, what if Super Saiyan God was regarded as the norm? So becoming Super Saiyan is Super Blue, what about transforming into Super Saiyan? Unfortunately, Super Blue 2 did not appear in the original work. Even the original Deep Blue Vegeta from the anime, although he can essentially be said to be Super Blue 2, is still a little different. Taking Super Saiyan God as the norm and transforming into a stronger Saiyan, the only person who can do it is Black Goku. And he is also the Black Goku among the Dragon Ball heroes. Black Goku among the Dragon Ball heroes, the one with the strongest transformation is Super Saiyan Pink Saiyan. In other words, it is Pink 3.5, which is better than Pink 3, but not as high as Pink 4. So, after Trunks became a god, Subai had an idea. Trunks is a god now, so his transformation into a stronger Super Saiyan should be a Super Saiyan transformation that is stronger than Super Blue. And indeed it is. The most powerful transformation Trunks can do is Super 2. So after he became a god, he became Super Blue 2. In other words, if he can learn to transform into Super 3 or even Super 4, then he can become Super Blue 3 or Super Blue 4. No, forget about Super Blue 3. The Super Blue 3 transformation is leaking so badly that not even Son Goku can use it. But Super Blue 4 is still okay. Subai still remembers that the debate about which transformation is stronger, Super 4 or Super Blue, has never stopped. Some people think that the Super 4 transformation is stronger, and some people think that the Super Blue transformation is stronger. Subai feels that the Super Blue transformation is stronger. But if possible, he still wants to say that combining Super 4 and Super Blue transformation is the strongest. It wasn't possible before, but now, with Trunks, this situation is not impossible. Whis, let's go. However, Subai has no plans to try it on Earth. After all, the Earth is now prosperous. It would be bad if Trunks' transformation causes an earthquake or the collapse of a high-rise building. When he returned, Subai spent time in the water. In such a short time, nothing special happened in the group. After returning to the gods of destruction, Subai was ready to verify his idea. Whis, can you make Trunks' tail grow? Trunks has been tailless since birth. But that doesn't mean he can't have a tail, and if you want to transform into a Super 4, a tail is necessary. Only by fully mastering the Super 4 transformation can one transform without a tail. Son Goku and Vegeta of the Space Patrol, both of them have no tails, but they can still become Super 4. Can. Whis nodded, pointing his staff at Trunks. The next moment, a tail appeared behind Trunks. I have a tail? Trunks was very surprised to see that he actually had a tail. Because he has not had a tail since he was born, and his father, Brother Gohan, of the same generation, does not have a tail. So in his opinion, it is normal to have no tail, but now, he actually has a tail? Don't be surprised. In fact, you Saiyans already have tails. It's just that the tail won't be needed anymore, so the tail won't grow. Now, it's just about growing your tail. Master Subai, I wonder what you want me to do by letting my tail grow. Trunks knew that Subai would not let his tail grow out for no reason. There must be something to do. I know you Saiyan quite well. In addition to your Super Saiyan transformation and Super Second transformation, you Saiyans actually have stronger transformations. Did you know this? After hearing Subai's words, Trunks fell silent. After a while, he spoke. Sure enough, there are even stronger transformations above Super 2. Trunks had thought about this problem after he transformed into Super 2. Since there is a Super 2, it is not strange to have a transformation that is stronger than Super 2. But after so many years of practice, he has never achieved a stronger transformation. This also made him a little suspicious. Isn't there a stronger transformation above Super 2? Is Super 2 Saiyan's strongest transformation? But now that he heard Subai say this, he understood. Super 2 is indeed not Saiyan's strongest transformation. On top of Super 2, there are even stronger transformations. And the tail is what is necessary for you to achieve a stronger transformation. I see. Trunks understood why Subai made him grow a tail. I want him to achieve a stronger transformation. This made Trunks excited. A transformation stronger than Super 2. Don't know what it will be like. So this tail is what is necessary to transform into a Super 3? No, you don't need a tail to transform into a Super 3, and I have no intention of letting you transform into a Super 3. Then Master Subai, are you planning to? Chapter 7. Watch Trunks transform into Super 4, and understand Super 5's transformation. Trunks was confused. Since he was not going to transform into Super 3, what was Master Subai planning to do? I have no intention of letting you transform into Super 3. Because I plan to transform you directly into Super 4. Wah. What? Subai's words stunned Trunks. On the one hand, it's because on top of Super 2, there are actually two stronger transformations. Super 3 and Super 4, he can only transform into Super 2, which is really a bit too good. On the other hand, Master Subai actually planned to let him skip the Super 3 transformation and go to the Super 4 transformation. But why? Why skip the Super 3 transformation? Although the Super 4 transformation is definitely stronger than the Super 3. But it's also good to have more transformations. When you don't need the Super 4 transformation, you can use the weaker Super 3 transformation. Because the Super 3 transformation is very serious in terms of physical exertion, even more serious than the Super 4. Subai told Trunks about the disadvantages of Super 3. Although this disadvantage will gradually weaken as the strength increases. But there are always flaws. It would be better to directly transform into Super 4, which is stronger than Super 3. Moreover, the Super 3 transformation will make the eyebrows disappear and look weird, like a bad guy, and the face will become slightly evil. I see, I didn't expect that Super 3 transformations would have drawbacks. After hearing Subai's words, Trunks also gave up his Super 3 transformation. Since there are disadvantages, there is no need to study. If he undergoes a Super 3 transformation in the future, his physical strength will be lost too quickly and he will be unable to transform into a Super 4. That would be too embarrassing. It's better to transform into Super 4 right from the start. If you want to transform into Super 4, in addition to having a tail, you also need to transform into a giant ape. And stay rational while transforming into a giant ape, and fully master the power after transforming into a giant ape. Saiyan, you can actually transform into a giant ape? Trunks suddenly felt that he knew too little about Saiyan. This is the first time he has known that Saiyan has a tail. And he can also transform into a giant ape. It's just that if you want to successfully transform into a Super 4, your basic strength must be sufficient. I don't know if your basic strength is enough, but let's give it a try first. Transforming into a Super 4 is not that simple. In addition to regaining sanity in the giant ape state, and completely controlling the power after transforming into a giant ape. And it must be strong enough. Otherwise, Vegeta, the Saiyan prince who can completely maintain his sanity when he transforms into a giant ape, would have transformed into Super 4 long ago. Subai doesn't know if Trunks is qualified to transform into Super 4 with his current strength. But you will know after you try it. If it doesn't work, then practice for a while and try again when you become stronger. Whis, make a moon. Whis nodded, raised his staff, and a small moon appeared in the sky. Seeing this moon, Trunks immediately changed. His body size expanded rapidly, and he eventually turned into a giant ape. Seeing the giant ape transformed by Trunks, Subai was also a little curious. Because this is the first time Trunks has transformed into a giant ape. Even in the original book, Trunks has never transformed into a giant ape. However, Saiyan looks similar after transforming into a giant ape. Son Goku, Vegeta, and Son Gohan, the three Saiyans who have transformed into giant apes, look like the transformed giant apes, at least in appearance. And the same goes for Trunks. Of course, this is not the most critical thing. The most critical thing is whether Trunks can successfully transform into a Super 4. How about it, Trunks? You still have your wits about you now. Yes, Master Subai, is this how Saiyan transforms into a giant ape? Trunks also felt very strange looking at his current appearance. This was his first time transforming into a giant ape, and before that he didn't even know Saiyan had this ability. Trunks didn't lose his mind, which was no surprise to Subai. You must know that Trunks is not a pure Saiyan, but a hybrid of Saiyan and Earthling. Even Son Gohan, a hybrid of a low-level warrior and an Earthling, can maintain a certain level of sanity and will not completely fall into madness like his father, Son Goku. Not to mention Trunks, the Saiyan Prince and Earthling hybrid. The buff is fully stacked. He has the blood of the Saiyan royal family and is a hybrid of Earthlings. Trunks never loses his mind after transforming into a giant ape. The most difficult part of transforming into a Super 4 is not a difficulty at all for Trunks. Next, you must completely master this power and give it a try. Trunks nodded and began to fully master the power he had after transforming into a giant ape. This matter is not difficult for Trunks. To reach his level of strength, controlling one's own power is the most basic ability. So soon, a dazzling light bloomed from Trunks. Then, Trunks began to gradually shrink in size, returning to his original size. But the appearance has undergone tremendous changes. He had thick black hair, his whole body was covered in red fluff, and a long red tail swayed wantonly behind him. Moreover, Trunks also changed his clothes at this time. This also made Su Bai very curious. In fact, he has been curious about it for a long time. The transformations of Super 1, Super 2 and Super 3, and even Super Sailor God and Super Blue, only changed his strength and appearance. But with the Super 4 transformation, not only the strength and appearance will undergo huge changes. Even a change of clothes. Su Bai has been curious since before, where did the clothes after the Super 4 transformation come from? And after returning to normal, the clothes will also change back, which is called a miracle. But he probably wouldn't know even if he asked Trunks. Is this Super 4? Trunks looked down at his current appearance. Although he couldn't see his face, he could tell just by the changes in his body. My current appearance must have undergone tremendous changes. Well, this is Super 4. Su Bai nodded and watched Trunks carefully. It has to be said that there is a lot of debate about which transformation is stronger, Super 4 or Super Blue, and no one is convinced by the other. But when it comes to which transformation is more handsome, even those who think Super Blue is stronger have to admit it. The Super 4 transformation is much more handsome than the Super Blue transformation. You have gained a lot of insights after observing the process of Trunks transforming into Super 4. Close black lens bracket. You have gone one step further and realized the Super 5 transformation method, close black lens bracket. At this moment, Su Bai's incredible understanding once again exerted its power. In the process of watching Trunks transform into Super 4, he actually went one step further and realized the Super 5 transformation method. You know, the Super 5 transformations only exist in fanworks. Chapter 8 I am not a Saiyan but I master the Super 5th transformation? Champa goes out. Huh? That's how I mastered the Super 5 transformation? Su Bai was also a little surprised to learn that he had mastered the 5th transformation. He, a non-Saiyan, actually mastered the 5th transformation. This is so outrageous. However, heaven-defying comprehension can not only be used actively, but also passively. As long as you see any actions or skills that are worthy of being appreciated, the enlightenment that defies heaven will come into play on its own. But I'm not Saiyan, what's the use of me mastering the 5th transformation? Su Bai was a little helpless. He, a non-Saiyan, actually mastered the Super 5th transformation. It's like he has all the skills to seduce girls, but he is a girl, which is bullshit. He had seen the chat group mall before, but there was nothing like Saiyan blood for sale in it. Maybe there is, but the current mall level is too low and it is not on the shelves. But who knows how high the level of the mall must be upgraded before the Saiyan bloodline can appear. There is no choice but to wait. Once he has Saiyan bloodline, the Super 5th transformation he has mastered will come into use. And not only the Super 5th transformation, he also mastered several other transformations, including the leaky Super 3 transformation. So, now all he needs is the Saiyan bloodline to take off instantly. With the chat group, it is not impossible to obtain Saiyan bloodline. But when it can be obtained is a question. As for using his incredible understanding to analyze Trunks' Saiyan bloodline and then obtain Saiyan bloodline? Su Bai had thought about this, but couldn't succeed. Bloodline is different from other things. No matter how savvy one is, it is impossible to transform oneself into a Saiyan bloodline after seeing the Saiyan bloodline. Trunks, from now on you will practice and master the Super 4 transformation completely. Whenever you can transform into a Super 4 without a tail, that means you have completely mastered the Super 4 transformation. Okay, Master Su Bai. Trunks nodded and began his training life on the gods of destruction. Su Bai did not teach Trunks the 5th transformation. In other words, there is no teaching for the time being. Su Bai still understands the principle of biting off more than one can chew. Trunks didn't even fully master the 4th transformation, so he taught him the 5th transformation. There was no need. When Trunks can fully master the 4th transformation, he will teach Trunks the 5th transformation. But then again, if Trunks learned the Super 5th transformation, then can he understand the transformation method of Super 6? If it is possible, then the bug can be fixed directly. Trunks began to train under Whis. As for Su Bai, he has already started teaching, but he has not slacked off in his practice. Although he now has a god-level breathing method, he can become stronger just by breathing. But the god-level breathing method plus his own hard training, a two-pronged approach, will improve his strength the fastest. Coupled with the god-level breathing method, Su Bai's practice speed is very fast, and his strength is improving all the time. In his free time, he would also hang out in social groups, and his life could be said to be very fulfilling. The sixth universe, gods of destruction. Master Champa, you are awake. Angel Vados from the sixth universe looked at a fat purple figure in front of him and said, "This fat purple figure is none other than the gods of destruction of the sixth universe, Champa." At this time, he woke up from his long sleep. "Vados, nothing happened while I was sleeping?" Champa asked casually, not expecting Vados to answer. He fell asleep many times, and every time he woke up, nothing happened. This time it was just a casual question, but what I didn't expect was, "Lord Champa, there is something really wrong, what's the matter?" Champa was very curious, and looking at Vados' hesitant look, it seemed like it was a big deal. Gods of destruction Beerus Sama of the seventh universe. Fald. What did you say? Hearing what Vados said, Champa was furious. What did he hear? That guy Beerus is actually dead. How could he die? How could he die? Although Champa and Beerus are often noisy, they are a pair of estranged brothers. But after all, blood is thicker than water, and the relationship between these two brothers is still very deep. How did he die? With his strength, no one can kill him. Did he offend Master Zeno and Master Grand Priest? If that's the case, there's nothing you can do about it. If Beerus offended Master Zeno and Master Grand Priest, then he really deserves to die, but it shouldn't be. How could that guy Beerus do something to offend Master Zeno and Master Grand Priest? No, actually the Supreme Kai of Universe 7 died, so Lord Beerus died with him. It's actually like this. The Supreme Kai from the 7th universe can stay in the Supreme Kai world properly. Why is he running around like this? After learning the truth about Beerus's fall, Champa also calmed down. It can be said that Beerus suffered an unexpected disaster. With his strength, no one can kill him except Master Zeno and Master Grand Priest. But it happened that the Supreme Kai of the 7th universe ran away blindly, leading to his own death. As for why he knows that Supreme Kai from Universe 7 is running around blindly, this is very simple. If the Supreme Kai of the 7th universe stayed in the Supreme Kai world, how could he fall? The other party must have been running around blindly, and then encountered some powerful being and killed him. Although Supreme Kai is on the same level as gods of destruction. But in terms of strength, Supreme Kai can be said to be pitifully weak. There are many people in the universe who can kill Supreme Kai. So generally speaking, Supreme Kai will stay in the Supreme Kai world. So what's going on in Universe 7 now? After the death of Lord Beerus, Angel Whis of the 7th universe fell into a deep sleep. But he woke up a few years ago because he found a good prospect who could become the gods of destruction. Now, that good seedling has become the new gods of destruction of the 7th universe. The 7th universe has new gods of destruction? Vados, get ready. Let's go to the 7th universe to see if this new gods of destruction is qualified to become the gods of destruction of the 7th universe. You know, the predecessor of the 7th universe, gods of destruction Beerus, was the strongest gods of destruction. The kind that can defeat the remaining 11 gods of destruction. Therefore, in Champa's opinion, the new gods of destruction who can take over the position of Beerus gods of destruction must be extraordinary. Not as powerful as Beerus, but at least not too bad. Because Champa's attention is still on the news of Beerus's death. So he didn't notice what it meant to become the new gods of destruction in just a few years. Chapter 9 Champa is shameless and triggers the group leader task. The 7th universe and the 6th universe are two adjacent universes, not far apart. So it didn't take long for Vados to bring Champa to the 7th universe. After arriving in the 7th universe, they headed non-stop to the gods of destruction. Champa can't wait to see who the new gods of destruction of the 7th universe are. Huh? This breath is gods of destruction? On the gods of destruction, Subai sensed Champa's aura. This breath is the breath of God, and it is also the breath of gods of destruction. But because he has never seen other gods of destruction, he doesn't know which gods of destruction this breath belongs to. It's Lord Champa, the gods of destruction from the 6th universe. It seems that he already knows about the death of Lord Beerus. Whis knows who it is and why Champa is here. If his good brother died, he would definitely come to see the situation. By the way, let's take a look at who took over the position of gods of destruction. After a while, a beam of light fell from the sky. Champa and Vados stepped out of the pillar of light. Subai and Whis walked up to them, while Trunks stayed aside. Lord Champa. Whis said hello to Champa. Master Subai. Vados also said hello to Subai. Although she is the angel of the 6th universe, if she wants to know something, she can know it even from other universes. What's more, it's such a big deal as the new gods of destruction in the 7th universe. So she naturally knows the name of the new gods of destruction in the 7th universe. Your name is Subai. The new gods of destruction of the 7th universe. Champa looked at Subai and asked a little unkindly. Beerus is dead and now someone new has taken his place. This made Champa very unhappy. Although he knows that he has nothing to do with the 7th universe. But his good brother died, and gods of destruction appeared in his place so quickly. He would always feel a little uncomfortable in his heart. I am Su Bai nodded. He could see the unkindness in Champa's expression and the unkindness in Champa's tone. Of course, he also knew why. He still knows about the relationship between Champa and Beerus. For the sake of this relationship, he didn't pursue Champa's unreasonableness. But if Champa continues like this, he won't be polite. With his current strength, he can't even crush Champa. But if a fight breaks out, he won't be afraid. It doesn't look like much. I really don't know why Whis made you the new gods of destruction of the 7th universe. Champa looked at Su Bai and found that he was a sunny, cheerful and handsome human man. At least from the outside, it's nothing impressive. Take a look at the other gods of destruction. They all look like monsters, which is not simple at first glance. Except that gods of destruction Hareth from the 2nd universe looks like a human woman. None of the other gods of destruction look like a human being. Su Bai's appearance as a normal person can be said to be unusual among gods of destruction. You look so fat and you don't look like a gods of destruction at all. I don't know why you are the gods of destruction of the 6th universe. Su Bai retorted. He has already given Champa face. Since the other party is shameless, don't blame him for being rude. He knew Champa was in a bad mood because of Beerus' fall. So he still gave Champa face before. But Champa was really confused about the situation. If he is in a bad mood, can he take it out on others? It wasn't him who caused Beerus to fall. What's the point of taking your anger out on him? What are you talking about? You are just a new gods of destruction, how dare you be so arrogant? Beerus's death, coupled with Su Bai's rudeness to him, made Champa's anger surge into his heart. He decided to teach Su Bai a lesson. Let him know that a new gods of destruction is not qualified to act arrogantly in front of the established gods of destruction. Lord Champa, calm down. Seeing Champa's extremely angry look, Vados quickly spoke to comfort him. This matter was indeed Champa's fault, and Su Bai was just fighting back. If Champa takes action, once Su Bai goes to complain to Master Zeno and Grand Priest, then Champa will definitely not be happy. Maybe, Champa can go see his dear brother Beerus. This Su Bai is too arrogant. How can you tell me to calm down? Hey, you kid, do you dare to fight with me? I want to see what qualifications you have to succeed Beerus as the gods of destruction. Champa pointed at Su Bai and issued a challenge. Beerus is dead now, so let him, as a brother, defend the dignity of the 7th universe gods of destruction. He wants to tell Su Bai that not everyone can become the gods of destruction of the 7th universe. Lord Champa, isn't it a bit inappropriate for you, a veteran gods of destruction, to challenge Lord Su Bai, the new gods of destruction? Whis said with some dissatisfaction. How long has Champa been a gods of destruction? At least hundreds of millions of years ago. Where is Su Bai? But only in a few short months. Even though Champa's strength is at the bottom among the gods of destruction, it is not comparable to Su Bai, the new god of destruction. Of course, Whis believes that as long as Su Bai is given time, Su Bai can definitely surpass Champa. Even surpassing Beerus, the strongest gods of destruction. But no matter how good Su Bai is, he wants to go from being just entering the gods of destruction level to being able to compete with Champa, the veteran gods of destruction, in just a few months. All are impossible. He is the angel of the 7th universe, so naturally he cannot see the gods of destruction of the 7th universe being bullied by other gods of destruction. Especially when Champa is so shameless, using his identity as a veteran gods of destruction to bully Su Bai. Whis, let me handle this matter. But what Whis didn't expect was that Su Bai spoke. What he didn't expect was that Su Bai walked up to Champa. You want to challenge me? Su Bai looked at Champa and said calmly. That's right. I want to replace that guy Beerus and see if you are qualified to become the gods of destruction of the 7th universe. Okay. I accept your challenge. Su Bai nodded and accepted Champa's challenge. Master Su Bai. Seeing that Su Bai actually accepted Champa's challenge, Whis wanted to say something, but was stopped by Su Bai. Don't worry Whis, leave this matter to me. Su Bai smiled slightly, without any worry or panic. The reason why he accepted Champa's challenge was, on the one hand, because with his current strength, he didn't have to be afraid of Champa, the weakest god of destruction. On the other hand, it is because. Ding. Release the group leader task. Mission content. Defeat Champa. Task reward. 300,000 points, open the group owner's exclusive mall. Chapter 10. New function of chat group is opened, Su Bai starts live broadcast. When Champa raised the challenge, Su Bai received a private message from the chat group. The content is that the chat group released a group leader task to him. Through chatting with other group members, Su Bai knew that none of the group members had triggered the task before. But now, he triggered the mission. Could it be that because there was no group leader in the chat group before, the task function was not enabled? It's possible. In other words, after he, the group leader, triggers the task, other group members can also trigger the task. Of course, this is not the key. The key is that Su Bai is very interested in the rewards of the task. Let's not talk about the 300,000 points. Just saying that the opening of the exclusive mall for group owners was enough to make him excited. There is simply nothing good in the current chat group mall. It may be a good thing for other group members, but it is completely useless to him. However, in the exclusive mall for group owners, that may be different. Maybe there is something he can use in the exclusive mall. So no matter what, he will accept this task. That's why he accepted Champa's challenge. As for whether Su-bai can complete the task, it's hard to say. After all, even if Champa is the weakest gods of destruction, it is also the weakest gods of destruction among the veteran gods of destruction. It is definitely better than the new gods of destruction. If it was a few months ago, when he first became gods of destruction, then Su-bai is sure that he will never be Champa's opponent. But now, that's not necessarily the case. These few months of training have made his strength improve several times compared to before. Among them, the most helpful one is naturally the god-level breathing method. He can become stronger just by breathing, making his strength improve all the time. In just a few months, the results were even better than those he had practiced for several years. Therefore, with Su-bai's current strength, if he were to face other veteran gods of destruction, he might not be an opponent yet. But if it's Champa, the weakest god of destruction, he can still fight a dozen. And in the chat group at this time. Ding. Group leader Su-bai triggers the task and the task function is turned on. Ding. The group live broadcast function is enabled. The two group messages immediately attracted the attention of the group members. Garp. Task function. Group live broadcast function. We have been in the chat group for so long and have not turned on any functions. Unexpectedly, after the group leader joined the group, two functions were turned on at once. Oga Tatsumi. Could it be that these functions can only be turned on by the group leader, because we didn't have a group leader before, so we couldn't turn it on? Guo Jing. It's possible, so what exactly are the two newly enabled functions? Xiao Longnu. I just took a look. The task function says that the chat group will issue tasks to our group members in the future. As long as we complete the tasks, we will get rewards. Xiao Longnu. The group live broadcast function allows us to see the situation of other group members, and also allows other group members to see our respective situations. For the little dragon girl who lived in ancient times, whether it was the task function or the group live broadcast function, it was an eye-opener for her. Butterfly Ninja. So, if I can complete the task given to me by the chat group, I can become stronger faster and eliminate those ghosts earlier. Butterfly Shinobu is no stranger to getting things done. The Demon Slayer squad often performs various tasks against ghosts, but there are no rewards for completing these tasks. But the tasks of the chat group are different, and you can get rewards after completing the tasks. That will make her stronger faster, eliminate all ghosts earlier, and bring peace to her world. Diya. Then I can gain powerful power faster, thereby overthrowing the Galaxy Eye and bringing peace to the universe. Butterfly Ninja and Diya were very excited. They all have enemies they want to deal with, but their enemies are too strong. Even with the help of the chat group, they cannot destroy their enemies in a short time. But now, the activation of the mission function can make their strength improve faster. Maybe as long as they complete a task, the rewards given to them by the chat group will allow them to gain enough strength to destroy their enemies and bring peace to their world. Although it is unlikely, you still have to have a dream. What if you succeed? Su-bai also saw the messages in the chat group, but she didn't expect that she actually enabled two functions. But this is a good thing for the group members. He has now triggered the task function and accepted a task. As for the group live broadcast function, you can also give it a try. With this in mind, Su-bai turned on the live broadcast function. The next moment, a live broadcast room appeared in the chat group. The group members clicked in very curiously. The first thing they saw was Su-bai's handsome and sunny face and the perfect figure revealed by wearing gods of destruction clothes. Garp. Is this what the leader of the group looks like? He's so handsome. Guo Jing. The leader of the group must be a great hero. Oga Tatsumi. How do I feel that the group leader can kill me with one punch? Let's forget it. I don't want to fight with the group leader. Butterfly Ninja. Is this the leader of the group who helped me take revenge? Not only is he powerful, but he is also so handsome. How could there be such a perfect man? Butterfly Ninja is not a face controller, but Su-bai's handsome face and perfect figure make her a little overwhelmed. In addition, Su-bai was the benefactor who avenged her, which made Butterfly even more unbearable. Xiao Longnu. Is this what a man looks like? He is indeed very different from a girl. The situation of Xiao Longnu is somewhat similar to that of Son Goku at the beginning. Son Goku has lived in the mountains since he was a child and has never seen a woman. Xiao Longnu has lived in an ancient tomb since she was a child and has never seen a man. Therefore, Su-bai can be regarded as the first man Xiao Longnu saw. Diya. At Xiao Longnu, sister Xiao Longnu, not all men are as perfect as the group leader. Diya. The leader of the group is definitely a unique man. Even a little girl like Diya can't resist Su-bai's charm. The appearance of the chat group gave Diya, who was originally desperate, the hope of defeating Kara and avenging her parents and others in the Star Society. But now seeing Su-bai's true face, his heroic figure is more like a beam of light, giving a glimmer of light to Diya's originally dark heart. Even if Su-bai hasn't done anything yet, just standing there is enough to become a glimmer of light in Diya's heart. Su-bai, you have the courage to accept my challenge. For the sake of this,